Hi everyone! So this week I started with the final details of the dress. So I added the embroidery that the dress has at the bottom. Then I added the golden lace just as I added it in the corset. And when I finished with that, I wanted to start planning the wing bow that the dress has on the back. So I drew the mullen in this hard fabric that it's like hard cotton. I don't know if it actually exists anywhere else, but here we call it payon. Anyway, after having my small model, I drew it on a paper bag so it would be hard and I could have more control of it while cutting the shape into the fabric. Then I went back to the dress. As I already had the pieces of the sleeves, I placed them as they are supposed to be. The small one open on the bicep and the big one open on the behind. Then I cut the hard fabric and iron it so I can have the pleated without having to sew anything extra. Then I realized that as the white fabric is too hard, it's not very malleable, so I sew it to another fabric. And that way I sew the soft fabric of the sleeves first, and of course I pin it first so I didn't have to do anything wrong. And well, when I started sewing the ends of both pieces, I did it very carefully, very slowly, because it was just so hard. It's a circle, so it wasn't easy. And well, then I close the sleeve so it makes it function, and then I sew the white fabrics, being careful to keep the pleated in place. And then I place the white fabrics with the blue fabrics together, and I sew them from the top just a little bit lower than the elastic, so the seam it's not noticeable, but it's where it's supposed to be. So in the end, it looked amazing, but I forgot to take a picture of that, so I'll show it to you next week. And well, I finally started on the wing bow, and for that I placed a draw on top of the fabric and cut it, then marked where it had to be sewed to make the wings look like, well, wings. And when I sew them, first I sew the edges with a zigzag to prevent the fabric from falling apart, and in the very ends of the wings, I added a little bit of paper because as they don't have a solid part on the outside of the needle, I needed to pull it out. Otherwise, the fabric could get caught inside the machine. And that's not good. So when I finished, I stuffed them with pillow filler, and that will give it the texture, and it's light so it doesn't fall against my legs. And they look like this. Then I added a glitter tool to make it shine in the light. And then I repeated the mini drawing this time with the smaller wings, got the bigger drawing, then the fabric, and then sew it just as the bigger ones and stuff them too. And then for the biggest ones, I drew on the hard fabric and then drew it on tracing paper. Yes, I forgot one of the wings first, so I had to add it after I had cut the paper. I just realized too late. So for this pair of wings, as they are too big, I did something different. First, I placed my paper on the window because I wanted to draw to be on both sides of the paper. Because as these wings are too big, it's easier for them to follow in a way that I don't want. So the front part is with the same fabric as the other ones, but the back is that hard fabric, and as it's drawable, I put my paper below it, draw the pattern from both sides on the top two pieces of the fabric that I need, and then I stuffed it, placed the shiny fabric on top, and pin the edges where I want them, and then, well, I just sew them. And I place the wings together, and this is how it's going. They look amazing and way better than I had imagined. So I'm very, very happy with this. And well, I hope next week I'll have them finished, but this is it for today. So till then, I hope you liked it, and that's it. Bye!